Today's video request. Life is not only pointless, it's also boring. Let's get on into the topic. And thank you for the request. I've said this plenty times in the past. Life feels very stale. Everything in life gets played out. Everything gets boring mainly. You know? It's like when you get a new phone, you're all hyped. Then like maybe a few days later, you're like, all right, it's just a phone. Because really, that's all it is. I mean, it has all the features, but, you know, everything just seems stale, you know? You always have like that fantasy of like, man, I wish I had that life of a rich person. Which, don't get me wrong, I would too. It's definitely better being rich than broke, you know, yeah. But, you know, you think if you're rich, you can do anything you want, which you can. But it eventually probably gets boring. Going on vacation, doing this, doing that, you know, doing the same things over and over would most likely get boring. But even though, I'd rather have that life any day than be broke. And I'm sure anyone here would, you know. Because it's just... Because when you're unfortunately broke, not only is life more boring, it's more stressful. You know, you can't really do anything. You can't do anything. You'll literally fucking starve. You'll literally rot alive. To the point where you really just want to be dead, you know. Sad. Life's boring either way, but at least I'd rather be bored rich than bored broke. And I'm sure anyone here would probably agree. But it's just, no matter what though, everything in life just becomes overrated, just becomes boring. Like Grand Theft Auto. I always like to bring up Grand Theft Auto. I don't know if anyone here is the same, but when I used to play GTA, I used to get on in like maybe 5-10 minutes, maybe sometimes maybe 20 minutes max. I'll start getting bored. I'll be like, all right, fuck this, I'm gonna get off. But then it's weird, I'll get off it and I start to crave to want to get back on it. It's weird. It's like you crave, you want to get back on the game, but then as soon as you get back on the game, you're like, oh, wow, this is what I was craving. Like now I'm already bored. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's fucking strange, man. But in a way, what I'm trying to say though is that's life, you know. Sometimes once people, let's say, achieve everything they want, like let's say for example they want to go to this location, you know, they want to go to Florida, here, wherever. After that, it's like, all right, I did everything, you know, like I accomplished life, let's just say. Now it's just boring. But how I look at it as, I'd rather be bored, but at least not under any stress. But still, boredom sucks. But really, the main reason of being bored and stressed is because of money. There's so many things we want to do, and there's so many things we may want to have, excuse me, that we can't because we don't have enough money for it. And this is where boredom and stress and just everything hits you. You know, it's like a brick, basically. And it's just boring because we just literally do the same shit over and over. We literally get up, go to work, come home. Get up, go to work, come home. How many times do I say this? It's the fucking truth. Out of bed, work. Out of work, home, back in bed. You know, you get the drill, and it just goes on and on and on. Nobody sees that stale. Nobody sees something wrong with that, you know. Now, I'm not saying, like I always say, I'm not saying don't work. I mean, unfortunately, we have no fucking choice. We need that stupid paper. But I just find it boring. I say to myself, is this what I got to do for decades and decades and decades? And pretty much, yeah, this is what I got to fucking do. This is what we all pretty much sadly got to do for decades and decades. And this is why I say to myself, I'm doing all this to survive in a world where I'm just so bored of at this point. Like, why even bother surviving? What is the point in surviving? I want to survive and be happy. I want to survive and have a good life. That's what life should really be about. They say enjoy life while you can, right? Well, this ain't enjoying life. At least I don't look at it as enjoying life. This is just making ends meet every day, if even that. This is all we're doing. We're just trying to keep our head above water, above paper, I should say. We're literally just trying to keep our head above the money, man. We got to have that money to pay these bills over and over and over and over and over. And man, look at the roads. Tell me if anyone here, how the roads are in your area. I mean, probably in some places they're probably good. I'm not saying it's bad in the whole world, but I could definitely tell you most of New York, it's horrible. Even in New Jersey. I was in New Jersey a couple of weeks ago and fucking, it was bad. Potholes here, they don't even patch it at least. Some places do, but some places don't. It's crazy. It's just a never-ending nightmare, you know? It's like, this is all we fucking do to life, man. And then it's not like I'm trying to like whine about it, but I'm just trying to like just describe what I think about it. And obviously what I think about it doesn't matter, but I still make the videos anyway for the comfort of you people. And also it does help me get, you know, some shit off my chest making these videos. Because truth is, before I started out these videos, I used to have all these thoughts in my mind and I just couldn't express it anywhere. I'll like have to just talk to the wall. Then I'll be like, hey, yo, wall, this is how I feel about life, man. Your life sucks. All we do is work all day. You get what I mean? That's basically what I guess you could say I was doing before I made a video. I was basically just talking what I'm saying on the camera to the wall. But that's no fun. The wall doesn't really hear you. Well, you never know. But then it just felt like, you know what? Let me get a camera and do it. Well, my phone camera, you know, but you get the idea. A camera. Phone camera, any camera. And that's how I started making the videos, and I started getting it all off my chest. And then luckily, so many people feel the same. Because, you know, at some point in time, I thought I was kind of alone, you know. It's like, it's weird. I knew for some crazy reason that I wasn't alone, but I still kind of thought I was alone. If that makes any sense. But it's crazy, man. And then how we just keep getting belittled and shit like that. You know. I'm not negative. I'm not a depressed individual. I just see for what it is, and I just say to myself, this shit's whack, man. This shit's whack. It's like this game is whack. What am I considered depressed? I don't like this certain video game. I'm depressed. I'm negative. I should go see a therapist because everyone loves this video game. Well, that's like the same thing with life. This shit's whack. I'm just surviving to pay bills. I'm just surviving to make the government rich. I'm just fuel to them. I'm just fuel. I'm nothing more than that. We're nothing more than that. We're just fuel. We're not invited into their club. We're working for them while they enjoy their club. That's how I really look at it as. And it's really, when you really narrow it down, it's the fucking truth. Because I just don't understand how people enjoy doing this, man. And I have friends that you talk about this and they look at you like you're an asshole, whatever. Well, I look at them the same way, because how do you not see this shit for what it is, man? I'm not saying don't work. You know, a lot of people be like, well, bro, if we don't work, how are we going to make money? I know. It's not like I'm saying don't, but I'm saying how do people just accept it? I mean, I know we have no choice, but people actually like it or see nothing wrong with it. That's the question I always ask myself, man. What's wrong with people, man? How could people be this stupid? I mean, it just amazes me how much the IQ shrinks over the years that go by. Literally. The IQ just gets lower and lower in humans, man. That's how I look. It's not even how I look at it. It's just common. It's the truth. It's a fact. Think how stupid this sounds. And I pretty much, I believe I said this a lot of times. I was put in this world to go to school, go to get a job, or college, then a job, or whatever the fuck, and do all this hard work. And what's my prize in the end? To just die? To just die? All right, you did your time, man. Congratulations. He was a hard worker. He did everything he could. He tried to make good ends meet. He was a soldier, man. The fuck was the point of that? If think of it this way. If I could have prevented all this from happening, I fucking would. And I'm not trying to sound dark, but if I knew this is what I was being brought into, and there's something I can do about it to prevent it, you bet your ass I would do it. I would. I would fucking rewind time or whatever the hell. Because what the hell is what's to make it? What's the purpose of all this? I'm just gonna die anyway. You know. Now I'm not trying to say let's all end our lives. I'm just saying what I'm basically saying is, if I knew where I was getting myself into and I could have prevented it from happening to begin with, I would. And I'm pretty much sure everyone here would. Because what is the point? I come here, I'm stressed, I get anxiety, I'm under pressure constantly, and then I die. And most likely you're in that same non-existent state. So what the hell is the sense of even coming out? Now, I don't know if there's an afterlife or not. But if there is an afterlife, why do we got to wait so damn long to enter it? It's like, why? It's like, all right, let's say there's a God, right? Why is he making us suffer? You know, that's the big question. Is it because Jesus suffered for us? So now in return, we got to suffer to one day get that good life in heaven? I mean, I don't know. Like, what is the meaning of all this? Why does this even have to be this way? There's just so many questions, man. And I'm not saying God exists or God don't exist. I don't know. But if he does exist, I definitely have a lot of questions, man. Why do people got to suffer from illnesses, you know? That's the thing I always, if there's a God, that's what I'm going to ask. A lot of questions. Why is it the way it is? Well, true. How does this all become how did this all even become to begin with? That's basically, it's just a big mystery. Why are we living like this? How did it all start, you know? I know money mainly started from, trading. I trade you this if you give me that. And then, became a deal. And that's how money just started growing over time. And here we are today. But, I mean, maybe I can understand money existing for certain things. But I just feel like it becomes overrated. It's too much. Every little thing. And then everything's got to keep getting more expensive. Your pay barely goes up. If you want your pay to possibly go up, you got to get another job. Just to possibly make enough pay now for your bills. Yippee. There's no enjoyment out of that money. You can't enjoy really anything that you made because you're just pissing it away on bills and whatever, food, whatever. Things that you unfortunately need to survive. When you're just surviving stalely. I know that's not, I don't think, a word, but you know what I mean? You're surviving being bored. There's so many things you'd rather be doing, but you literally can't do because you don't have enough money to do it. You literally don't have enough money to do it because all that money you made, you already threw it away on bills. So now you're just bored. Your only life is work and sleep, home. That's it. There's practically no enjoyment. And that's why life gets so boring, in my opinion. And just in general, life, how I look at it as life gets boring either way. Because like there's people that say, well, if you don't work and let's say you do this all the time, you're always going here, going there, wouldn't that get boring? Truth is, maybe. But the only beautiful thing of that is at least I'm not under any stress and I'm not tied down in any way. I have freedom, sort of, because I have enough money to do whatever the hell I want, even though it may get boring. But see, people look at that as eventually getting boring, but people don't look as just working to get boring. Working keeps me busy, man. It keeps my mind occupied. Well, there's so many other things you could do to keep your mind occupied. Oh, no, man, that should get boring. Everything, it's like we're taught to believe everything gets boring except working. That don't get boring, huh? That doesn't get boring. Because we're all brainwashed into that's what we need to do to survive, which is true. But that doesn't mean, that it gets boring. Even though we need to do it to survive, it gets fucking boring. Because what's the hell is the point in surviving to just be bored and under stress? That's the thing. That's the big question. What's worth it? Why is it worth being like that? It's like we think everything else would get boring, but like what life itself gets boring. Everything gets boring. No, man. Sitting around all day gets boring. Yeah, it does. But if you have, let's say, money, you don't have to sit around. You could do whatever the hell you want. You can go here, you can go there, you're free. But no, man, when you want to work, keep your mind busy. There could be things that I really want to do that I could actually finally do now because work doesn't get in the way of it, that work sadly does get in the way of. That's the thing. We can never admit or accept that working gets boring. This whole society that we follow gets boring, and it's stale, and it's stressful. It's all of the above. And it's just crazy, man. You're going to get bored traveling the world. Yeah, you're probably right. But you know what? At least I'm not under really any stress. I have some sort of freedom. Well, because I'm a multi-billionaire, let's say. But, yeah, maybe it will get boring. I'm not disagreeing on that. But what I am disagreeing is how those type of people say, well, working won't ever get boring because working, I'm keeping my mind busy. If I didn't work, I'll go crazy. There's so many things you can do that doesn't revolve working. Work out, go to a gym, do a hobby, whatever the hell it is. But no, we can't do those things because work comes in the way of it. And then work manipulates us into thinking this is healthy. It's not healthy. It's not healthy doing this. You think, come on, how does this sound? It's healthy to work your ass off to make money just to throw away on bills. What if you want to try to enjoy some of that money? Maybe you have a little money left over that you could somehow maybe enjoy, but most of the time, you don't. If you want maybe that little bit more of money, you got to get a second job. One job's a pain in the fucking ass. Now I got to do another one. And still, who knows if it's like I'm still not even ahead of the game. I'm just a little bit above the water now. The first job, I was literally under the water. I wasn't surviving. Now with the second job, I'm just skinning by. Literally, I'm just skinning by. That's enjoying. That's healthy. This is the big dream. Come on, man. Seriously, people got to wake up. And I mean, this is fucking ridiculous, guys. This is crazy to think that this is healthy. This is how it should be. We're just suckers, man. And everything just keeps going up more and more and more and more. We're literally being worked to the grave, man. We're working our, there's a word, but I can't think of it right now, man. Fungulo. We're literally being worked to the ground, to the grave, however you would say it. It was a certain word, but I can't fucking think of it out of my head right now, which pisses me off. But you get my drift. At least I would hope. This is something I don't believe I ever mentioned before. But let's say you don't got to go to work the very next day. Doesn't it feel some sort of peace knowing that tonight when you go in your bed, you don't got to worry about getting up early the next day? You could actually feel some sort of ease feeling knowing I can sleep. I can sleep a little late to however time I want, to whatever time I want. And then now compared to when you got to work the next day, you just get that horrible feeling in your chest. You just feel that horrible feeling like knowing I'm going to go in this bed just to early get out of it. Some people like me, you can't even sleep because you just know the very next day you got to get up just to go to this stupid place again every fucking day that you really don't want to go to, but you have no damn choice. Right there, it's like you just get racing thoughts all night. I don't know if everyone's like this, but a lot of people, including myself, I think like that, Like I feel more cozy when I go to bed knowing that I don't got to do nothing the next day, work-wise, sheep-wise. And then when there is that night where, you got to go the next day, you don't feel right. You just feel like sick inside. You just feel like, you just feel sick. You just feel depressed. Like, I can't believe I got to go another day. And especially when it's a Sunday night, that's got to be the worst, man. That's got to be the fucking worst. And today is Sunday. So, yeah, for example, the very next day, I'm off Monday, thankfully. But you get what I mean, man. Sunday night, knowing that, here we go again, man. Here we go with the same stale work week. I got to get up early, stuck in traffic, dealing with a bunch of assholes. Now I finally get to work. Who knows what assholes I may deal with at the job, including the boss itself, but I gotta be nice. I can't talk back to him because then that piece of shit prick will fucking fire me, and then here I am in more hell than I already am being there. It's like I'm just in hell regardless, but at least I'm getting some sort of paycheck. But then again, what's really the point? Because it's just going on bills. It's just really a tease. That money I make, it's going down the drain. It's all we're getting paid for. We just work to pay our bills. That's it. That's all it is. Nothing spectacular. It's sad. But, you know, that Sunday night, you're just like, damn, man, I can't believe I got to wake up the next day, and Monday, and Tuesday, and Wednesday, and Thursday, and Friday, and then, yay, TGIF, meaning thank God it's fucking Friday, yay, I'm off Saturday, yay, I'm off Sunday. But then Sunday rolls in again, and here you go. You already feel that same way. You only get 2 fucking days off, man. You work 5, and let me not forget to say that there are people that work 7 days a week. And my heart truly goes for you people. My heart goes for all you fucking people, including myself. Now, that's why I'm making these videos, man. But not that it's sadly going to change anything, unfortunately. But you know what I mean, man. It's just such a horrible fucking feeling, man. Some people can't even sleep. And that's the thing. Go to bed early. It's hard. Just knowing, oh, you got to go to bed early. Right there brings you more anxiety because you can't. You know, some people like myself, I'm used to going to bed at a certain time. So now knowing I got to go to bed earlier because this is what I got to do so early in the morning going to work, it's hard. Some people be like, well, get on schedule, man. You know, yeah, like it's so fucking easy. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's not easy. Just that your dumbass sheep ass can do it, which happy for you. Doesn't mean I can do it or, you know, it's hard. And it just makes the anxiety rise. At least for me it does. Because I'm in the bed, it's just a tease. I can't even get comfy because I just know in my mind I'm going to get uncomfortable when I have to wake up the next day to go to fucking work. It's just a horrible feeling, man. You can't even feel at ease. You can't even, like, relax because you already know the next day is going to come and God knows what I'm going to go through that next day. And not only the next day, the whole fucking week. The whole 5-day weekday. So you just barely sleep. You barely get relaxed. And then this is life. This is what they say, enjoy life while you can. This is what I got to do while I can. This is considered enjoying. I don't know, man. I don't know what else to say anymore, people. I really don't. If that's the case, I don't know. I don't know how that's enjoying. That's just sacrificing. Yeah, I agree, Light. That's just sacrificing, man. That's just trying to make ends meet. That's just trying to survive. And I say to myself, why do we got to even try to survive? We don't even want to be here to begin with. We don't even want to be here most of the time because of the way life is. Yet we got to do this to survive. To survive for what? To just keep doing this meaningless fucking pathetic routine over and over and over? I'd rather be fucking dead. Now, if life was actually worth living, yeah, I want to live, I guess. You know, I'm not trying to sound like a dark person where I just want to die. I can't stand it, man. I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to end it. You know, I'm not trying to be like that. But I say to myself, what the hell's the point of doing all this for the rest of our life, man? You're literally, you know, that's literally suicide in itself doing that. The way life is, the working and shit, it's like suicide on your body. It's like you're slowly killing yourself. It is. That's literally like what you're doing. You're slowly killing yourself. You're slowly killing your body until you start developing problems and then later on possibly died in. But in the meantime, the suffering and misery that, you know, awaits us or that we're currently going through at the moment. It's bullshit. I look at it as complete bullshit, man. Anyway, fellas, I am going to wrap it up for now, guys. Turn back on your dumbass light. Anyway, yeah, I am going to wrap it up for now, guys. I love you all, man. I always say this towards the end of the video because I truly mean it. I really do love you all. I don't know who anyone here is. Well, you know, real life-wise, but I do recognize a lot of people's comments, and it does make me happy to see the same people comment. Sometimes when I don't see a certain person comment for a while, I get kind of worried because, like, I hope he's all right, you know, or she, he, she, whoever it is, you know. So there are comments that I recognize, and of course there's new people that I start to, you know, try to remember. But, you know, it's always a blessing, you know, having you guys watch the videos, and, you know, it makes me happy, man. It really does that everyone here can relate and understand. And I truly hope the community always stays this way. I know every here and there you're going to get these assholes that come in, these trolls, and it's just nothing, unfortunately, you can do. It is what it is, unfortunately, you know. But one beautiful thing is the majority of people have common sense, or not dumbasses like some people will be that come here time to time. But fortunately, there's nothing you can do about it. But yeah, I do really appreciate you all. That, you know, I'm glad that I make you people feel less alone. And there's a lot of people say that I help ease your life a bit. And I truly appreciate, you know, I'm truly thankful for that, man. I'm truly am. That makes me feel good inside because I'm actually helping people out. That really does. I'm not just saying that to make myself look good. I really fucking mean it, man. me hearing somebody say you're helping me function better, you know, that really brings my heart warm, you know. That does. Because the world we live in is just so cold that even if I can just, by saying words out of my mouth, can make somebody feel a little bit better, that's just, that, I feel like that's a big achievement for me, you know. And I'm truly thankful for that, because that's what I like to do. I like to help people out. I like to make people feel less alone. And in return, your people are helping me out as well. So it's like one hand washes the other, literally. You're washing my hands, I'm washing your hands. Possibly feet too. But I tell you one thing, I'm not really a big fan of feet. But fuck it, man. I'll wash your feet too, man. I love you all. But anyway, take it easy for now, guys. Love you all. And I'm going to stop, you know, babbling like I always fucking do and call it a night. Peace out. Love you.